Hello everybody, we're going to talk today about fiancé visa documents. What documents do you need to file a fiancé petition? We'll be back in a second, so stay with us.
Hello everybody, I'm Brian Burke from Sam Shihab & Associates.
I'm Sam Shihab.
We're going to talk about those fiancé visa required documents. So Sam, when we talk about these, there's really two categories. It's those hard and fast requirements you must meet to have a passable, acceptable case. Then there's those warm and fuzzy requirements about whether or not you have a proper fiancé, we intend to get married kind of relationship. So we're going to talk about that hard and fast required things bucket first, and then the second bucket last.
Excellent. So the first bucket, which is the foundation of the application, the first documentation you need is the petitioner's citizenship. The petitioner must be a U.S. citizen, and to be able to prove that, you have to present a U.S. passport for the petitioner, a naturalization of certificate, a citizenship certificate, which are a little bit different, but they're very similar, or a birth certificate showing that that person, the petitioner, was born in the U.S.
The next thing you have to be able to provide is 2 passport-style photos of you and your foreign fiancé. There is a special format that's required, published by the Department of State. We're going to put that in the description of the video. So basically, you follow the Department of State's requirements, and you get 2 photos of each of you. You meet the requirement.
The next requirement is the record of termination of marriage, if there was a marriage. So if both parties were single, they just have to state that they're single, and that meets the requirement. If either party was married before, then the termination of their marriage, either by a death certificate or a divorce certificate or an annulment certificate, depends on the country that person lives in, is required to be included as record of termination of marriage.
Next on the list is evidence that the couple has met in person in the last 2 years prior to filing the fiancé visa petition. How do you do that? You give them passport stamps that show that you visited the country where your fiancé lives. You give them travel itineraries that show that you traveled to that country. And the best one, the most favorite one, the one they love the most, it's photos of you together. You know, nice, cute photos that show, hey, we're in the same spot.
So these are the corners, 4 corners of the application. Now we go into the second bucket, Brian, is the...
Warm and fuzzies.
Yeah, the evidence of the relationship. And it begins with a statement. We would like to get a statement from each person that, hey, by the way, I am engaged on that date and I intend to get married within 90 days of my entry into the United States.
Yeah, just a nice short little personal letter. Yeah.
Yes, and then beyond that, then you go into this whole host of evidence to show that the marriage, the fiancé engagement, yes, the engagement is in fact bona fide.
Yeah.
The pictures, a bunch of pictures. If you've met more than one time and you've taken more than one vacation, pictures on all those locations, letters.
Yeah, I think phone records. Go to your cell phone provider, and they will give you a list of all your calls, and you'll be able to, highlight all the times you called your fiancé abroad.
If you do Skype or Zoom or Teams, in-person video, in-person chats, trying to create records of that, as much of it as possible, and include that in the evidence.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning. All those prior things we talked about were either you have it or you don't. This one's more of a sliding scale. There's never anybody who can tell you that you've done good enough, and ultimately that's up to the government to be satisfied that they believe in your relationship.
Yes. So the more you provide that second bucket, the better. The more evidence you provide, the better off you are in terms of showing a connected relationship, a committed relationship of engagement towards the marriage. And that's really all what's required for the fiancé visa petition.
Get your case started and get it out the door. Yeah.
Hopefully this is a very helpful video, and you guys have a great day.